Hello, everyone. Welcome to Abuse, Addiction, Mental Health, and everything in between. So, before you listen to another episode, I'd like to explain what this podcast is and what it isn't. It definitely isn't a place where I pretend to have all the answers. I'm not a therapist, not a counsellor. I'm not here to tell anybody how to recover. I'm just going to be sharing my own life, honestly. Highs, lows, abuse, addiction, mental health struggles. Lots of funny moments, embarrassing moments, chaotic moments, um, and I hope it helps me in my recovery. So I'm not telling anyone how to live their life. I'm just going to tell the story honestly about mine, and yeah, and the hope that you realise you're not facing yours on your own. It's not just you. It's an important message. It's just I'm putting my hands up and going there. It's all right to be mad. It's all right to be, all of that stuff. It's all right to be an abuse survivor, which is the important word. It's all right to think, it's all right to feel shit. So it's going to be about creating a place where I think we can all search for hope. You know, my dad always used to say to me, if you've got a hope, you've always got a chance. So if a story makes you smile, if one conversation makes you think, or if it helps, if an episode helps you feel less alone, which is a killer, loneliness, then this podcast has done exactly what I hope it's going to do. Right, so here's what you can expect every week. Mental Health Monday. So they're going to be honest conversations about mental health, thoughts, fears, how you struggle, anything like that, stories, anything you want to share. True story, True Story Tuesday. That's it. So that's going to be real stories from me, from my life, and the lessons it has or hasn't taught me. And then we've got Witty Wednesday. It's going to be they're going to be like funny, ironic, chaotic, just ridiculous moments and situations I've got myself in. But I think the message for me to just remind me and anyone else, in my opinion, it's all right to laugh. It's all right to, you know, even even through the chaos, the funny stuff or the ridiculous stuff that you've done. It's all right to laugh about it and think, because I've got millions of stories like that. Right, life lessons Thursday. So it's going to be stuff like poems, which I'm into, a bit of poetry. Never thought I would be, but very, very good for me personally. For if you want to call it therapy, for me, and then like reflections, any observations, and you know, any lessons that life has taught me, that kind of thing. Then we've got finding. It's easy if you to put my. I just put my teeth back in. Finding Freedom Friday. Right. Unfortunately, and by the way, unfortunately, there's not a lot of the teeth left, unfortunately, due to years of drug addiction. Long gone the Hollywood smile. But anyway, we'll get that back. Um, so, Finding Freedom Friday. Conversations about just however you want to, I don't know, but whatever the word means to you, finding freedom. Freedom from addiction, freedom from all that negativity, whatever it is that you struggle with. For me, finding freedom from, there's another letter, finding freedom from, I think I picked the wrong category. Um, Fear, shame, you know, anxiety, anything else that keeps us trapped. And podcast premiere Saturday. So that's going to be a brand new podcast exploring one subject in greater depth. And Recovery Together Sunday. And that's going to be important. That's You know, it's always about us. It's not about me in that respect. It's about me telling my story, right? But Recovery Together Sunday is going to be, it's just going to be a forum or a place where we can just all share our journeys, encourage each other, help each other, um, talk about recovery, what we think it is, because recovery is a big word and it means a lot. You know, what is recovery? That's a topic all on its own. You know, what is recovery? How do we see? What do we see recovery being? I think a lot of people get the word recovery and straight away it's always about addiction. But what I'm learning is, for me, recovery for me personally is I just want to go back to where I was. It's not just about stopping taking drugs, stop other, you know, for me, recovery is being able to function again. You know, recovery is getting respect back from my family. You know, there's so many things to it. So that's a topic for Sunday. And that's it. And I just want to finish off by saying it isn't just my story. You know, hopefully over time it becomes about all of our stories. We've all got a story to tell. So wherever you are, whatever you're facing, whatever problems you've got, whatever they are, thank you for spending a little time listening. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Never lose hope. And just keep searching for freedom or whatever, whatever's going to be able to put something back in. You know, we want to put something back into our heart again, I think, or whatever. I can't describe it, but remember, you're not alone. Um, this isn't. What else can I say? That's it. I mean, this isn't about me having any answers. It's not about that at all. It's the opposite. I need, I need you as much as we all need each other to a certain extent. Um, so let's walk the journey together.